Kel Richards, great to have you as always. I want to start with this word we keep hearing it time and time again. It's a loaded term, First Nations.
I think it's a highly difficult term. Problematic is the word that we should use. It's a compound noun. Both halves of it have got problems. The nation part is confusing. It's been in English for a long time, since the 1300s, and comes from an Anglo-Norman French sort of source word. And we think of it as meaning a political state, a country. That's what a nation is. But it's more complicated than that. It has a second use. It can also apply to a group of people united in some sort of ethnic or tribal or religious way who don't have a territory that is their country, and they don't have a parliament and so on. So it's used that way of the Jewish diaspora before the establishment of Israel. It's been used of Indian tribes, Native American tribes in the US. So it can be used that way. It's a complicated word. The problem with this compound noun is the first word, First Nations. It's a number word. It suggests if there's going to be some first, there'll be others second and others third, and these are first in order. It's a bit like saying, you know, we've got an aristocracy and we've got the peasants, we've got the important people and the less important people. Using a word like first, I think, is a really loaded word. It's a really political word, and it's saying these people are the first people and most important. That's the loaded word. The first half of the compound noun is the loaded word. That's the difficult one.
And also in international law, of course, they weren't nations, but if they're going to go pushing for a treaty, if and when the voice gets up, they need to be nations to make that stack up.
Yeah, that doesn't work because the word nation is being used in the second sense, not in the first sense. They're not a political state. They're not a country. It's being used in another sense. It is the whole compound noun that both parts of it have got problems and are really difficult. But I say again, the one that worries me is the first part. I mean, if they are the First Nations, who are the Second Nations? Are the British settlers the Second Nations? Are more recent migrants a Third Nation? I mean, it's a worry. That's a worry, I think.
It is a worry, Kel. It is a worry, and it is very, very loaded, and it's not going away anytime soon. We'll do more words next week. We've got a royal sort of smash into the program in the last couple of days, but thank you as always.